Right then guys, hello. Little chatty in the car today and new camera operating now. You excuse me while I try to get used to all the buttons. It's like suddenly having 16 gears down here, yeah. Lots of extra stuff with it, but never mind. Yeah, so what I want to do is make myself clear from the video I showed you yesterday, the vlog post UK trailer technicians. When I went on the shout, okay, you never know what you're going to. I actually got offered to eat and have coffee there from the catering wagon, so that was all good. That's very, very nice. But I also was there during my lunch break. Yes, it did spill over, so I took advantage of that. What I had planned when I was leaving the workshop is how I'm going to do all of this, how I'm going to fit my lunch break in and then go home, because it was that sort of time, yeah. Always on a time value in the back of my head. So I thought, yeah, what I'll do is stop at the supermarket, get a snack on the way back, yeah. But no, they offered me a meal. I thought, that's great, had that, and then shot back to the workshop and clocked off and went home, yeah. It's the way it works, okay? So in retail, you have to adjust your times to make sure that they know what you're doing and what jobs you're on. Fleet, maybe that's a bit different, and you always know that there's some guy in the breakdown van that does take the piss. Unfortunately, there can be miscommunications and misunderstandings. So I'll clear that up here first of all, okay? Nice little ride out. You never know what you're going to get, and that's what I like about this trade, because sometimes you're in the workshop for ages and ages, and then you get a ride out and it's really pleasant. You meet some decent people and you learn something new. And I learned something new about using cameras and lighting as well, yeah. So communication is always the key. But while I was out there, the first time I went, I took a crappy multimeter, and I had to go back because they had a parasitic drain, or it was suspected parasitic drain. So I took this expensive multimeter from Snap-on, yeah. And you see me when I first got it, I was quite impressed with this, because in the workshop, in the dark, you can actually see the readout from quite a distance. And also I have clamps and long leads and all sorts of things. There's a lot more facilities on this, but yeah, you're talking 300 quid, aren't you, for this? Unfortunately, when you get in bright sunlight, I'll see if I can get some reflection on the screen here, you can't see anything. Yeah, that's the downside to it, and that's a real bugbear with this. So bad one, Snap-on, bad Snap-on. And also the screen scratches really easily. You see here, I do have the original new plastic cover on this, which is saving this screen. And if that was just without the plastic, that would be bad after a while. But when I got my oscilloscope, I also got some screen protectors, which you can get from Snap-on, which just protect the original plastic, because that's all it is plastic crap. So that piece is going to be replaced with one of these pretty shortly, and I've got to cut it to fit, which is not going to be very good. But yeah, okay, boom. Now, talking about Snap-on, just get the leaflet, yeah. Talking about Snap-on here, what is going on? They are really expensive all of a sudden. I don't know if you've noticed, the prices have gone right through the roof. Silly money. They always have been, but when you're paying on the knock and you work and you want quality, don't you? And I've always looked at these as quality, but now we're getting spanners at 400 quid for set, screwdrivers at 136 plus VAT. Socket sets, okay, for 256 pounds. Can you see that? No, maybe I've just grown up or something, but it's, yeah, okay, I can't afford that. 417 pounds. Now, I don't know if it's because of the import duties from the UK, from America to the UK, that make a difference. I think so, because they're cheaper in the USA. But no, Snap-on, no, bad Snap-on. This is no good. You're going to outprice yourself out of the market, especially now that we know stuff comes from China. But somebody's got to make a profit. But I'm not going to pay for Snap-on to send his kid to university when I need to put my child through education as well. Yeah, so it's not a pop. I'm just saying, it's like, maybe I've just woken up, I've grown up a bit or whatever, but I do like the Snap-on brands, I do like the equipment, and I generally have just been put off recently, and it's something that I've noticed, yeah. So anyway, yeah, carrying on with this video, MOT, new MOT laws that have come in, or changes that have come into the MOTs. One of those from the 22nd of March, which has just gone. Headlights, yeah, that's quite a major thing for some people. Now, vehicles that are put into commission from the 1st of April to 1986. Yeah, this is MOT stuff. All the testers got to know all this stuff. Yeah, you have got to have your original lighting equipment. So if you've had LED upgrades or you've had HID upgrades, no, that's a no-no now. You can't use them. You've got to have them off. You've got to have the original lighting on the vehicle. Yeah, and obviously they've got to be compliant and the same. Okay. Guy like myself will set the beam before he goes to MOT, so that's all right. But now, on the lighter vehicles, I'm talking about light commercial vehicles, obviously, and vans and cars, blah, blah, blah. With the manual adjuster set, which you have a little wheel down, usually, or on the dashboard somewhere, yeah, which the motors will move up and down depending on how much weight you have in the vehicle, because if the arse end is pushed down, the lights will go up, so you manually can adjust them to go down or up, yeah. That has to work as well, okay. It never had to, you never worried about it before, but like I've got this little wheel down here, that's got to work. And in this vehicle, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It hasn't even got motors on the fucking headlamps because they're cheap shit replacements, yeah. So yeah, that's the thing to remember, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people will just squeeze through an MOT with the headlights that are only just compliant, yeah. So unfortunately, we do have communication problems within the workplace, in some workplaces, where technicians are not given updates on new changes unless they happen to be MOT testers, and then they have to do courses and do exams, and they have resources to get the information. Whereas Joe Bloggs, the DIYer, the Ed Chinas of the world, and the guys that do the occasional light vehicle, but they do heavies, they might not know. And their workforce manager might not actually know themselves because they're not in the loop, which is a bit naughty, really, because they should be letting their workforce know of any changes on anything that affects their work and their presentation of MOTs. Yeah. So, yeah, I watched a documentary a few years ago now about the way Neanderthals died out, okay? And what they put it down to was the fact that Neanderthals couldn't communicate as well as hominids or Homo sapiens, us bipedals, you know, without any hair. You know the Neanderthals, because I don't think it's true. You still see people that have throwback Neanderthal genetics, don't they? Yeah, you know, the low brow, the single eyebrow, and the thick jaw, and short and stocky. You know, don't you? Because you've got one of those guys in your workshop somewhere, haven't you? Yeah, or you've got a mate like that. I don't think it was a lack of communication, but the message there really is at the end of the day, because we're all tribes, whether you're in a business or a group of people, or even Land Rover owner clubs and stuff like that. You communicate and you talk and you pass information from one to another. It's not just about the grapevine, it's about stuff that affects the tribe adversely. So if you're preparing MOTs all the time, you've got to be in the know. If you don't know, then the first time you have trouble, then everybody will know, which is a bit naughty, because at the end of the day, a lot of organisations, their reputations are built on their success rate. Yep. So if you're having MOT failures, that looks bad on the company. At the end of the day, they're presenting stuff for MOT and they're failing. That looks very bad. This is why with the company that I work for, we have in our particular workshop, we have a guy who's in the know, because he is always in communication with the test station, the tester. So he knows what's coming up. Unfortunately, he doesn't do light vehicles. Whereas we have to then check on the MOT test manual and any updates that come up, which sometimes can be a bit of a bind, but it's about the only way to know. Okay, you can get notifications from DVSA that will tell you. Otherwise, if you're the Ed China, you've got to keep up with it, and you will communicate with your test station tester, won't you? Yeah, you'll be talking to him, he'll tell you. If you only do the occasional presentation, your own vehicle, your DIY stuff, then the rule of thumb is if it's on the vehicle, it should be working, okay? Like this one with the headlamp adjusters, the manual ones, yeah, I've got to get that fixed. New headlamps, make sure they work, yeah. If it's an extra that's been fitted, is it legal? That's what the questions you should be asking yourself at the end of the day, okay? So yeah, basically, other than that, MOT is common sense. Yeah, if it's fitted, if it's working, if it's been fitted extra, should it be there? Yeah, okay. So that's all I've got to say today, guys. It's just a little addendum, if you like, for the weekend, because I know we're still on lockdown, so some of us are still not going out and doing what we're used to do, and hopefully all of this will be back to normal soon. I don't know about you, if you've had your vaccination yet. Are you worried about having the vaccination? I certainly am, because it's not actually a vaccination, it's gene therapy, or that's what the conspiracy theorists say. But next week I've got to book it and have it done and get it over and done with, because you know what it's like in the tribe. If there's one that's not the same as anybody else, then they start to panic, don't they? Yeah. So anyway, from one Neanderthal to another. See you in the next video. Have a good weekend. See you later. Over and out.